Hey everybody, how you doing? Welcome back to another exciting head-scratching episode of Insane Disappearances. I really hope you guys enjoyed the interview last night, because I know I did. And like I said, I wanted to switch gears a little bit and, just talk about some other very strange phenomena that we all know and love with UFOs and ghosts and, what have you. So yeah, that was a very good interview, and I really enjoyed myself with that, and I enjoyed talking to this guy. He had a lot to say. There's a lot more to his story than I was able to talk about on my channel last night, and I told him that I will be contacting him in the near future with some more information that he may have for us, like a little follow-up basically. But yeah, tonight I'm going to shift the gears back to what I normally do, and that's talk about a very strange case that I actually saw and heard about, on Facebook, and it's about a young 18-year-old girl. Her name is Desirea Ferris, and she's been missing for an entire month, since May, the early part of May. Now it's the person that actually posted the information about her disappearance. She was basically saying she wants everybody to share the information. That way the information can get out there, and maybe they can get some leads into where she might be. But I told her that I would actually make sure I put the information, I gather as much information as I can and post it on my channel. And that's what I'm fitting to do right now. Okay, so let's get right to the story, because it's not a fresh story, but it's like a month old, so we could definitely do something with this. Hopefully everybody here will see it and spread it abroad, and maybe we can get some answers here. As soon as my darn computer will stop acting up, I can get back to the page, because it's really pissing me off. Jeez. Okay, what's going on here? Oh, there we go. Okay, now. Okay, that's perfect. All right, now it says here, a Liberty teen has been missing for nearly a month, and her mother fears foul play. Now, and once again, they're talking about a Liberty teen is missing. Her mother fears that she's also been harmed. Now, there's some kind of foul play. This is what her mother was saying. Her mother's name is Patricia Tam. Now, whether it's the worst case scenario or someone trying to sell her, that right there would make any mother upset at that point, especially with all those young black children that were turning up missing in Washington, D.C. They all feared that they could have been part of some sort of sex ring. Most of them were runaways. We don't know what happened to the other 500, and still don't know. I got to check into that to find out exactly what was going on with those young teenagers. Most of them, I say about maybe 50 to 60% of the teenagers missing in D.C. were females, and it was a few, well, I won't say 50 to 60. It was more like 90, because they only had maybe a couple of young teenage boys that turned up missing as well. But like I said, most of them were runaways, and most of them lived in homes, with other runaways and stuff like that. So, but yeah. Now, the family last heard from 18-year-old Desirea Ferris on May 1st. Ferris told her sister that she was headed to a friend's house, but she never arrived. Now, this is a classic scenario dealing with the missing 411 cases, where you got point A and then you got point B. Point A would be where you were last seen, and that would be at your house with your family or wherever else you were at the time. Point B would be the place you're trying to get to, but somewhere in between that, you just disappear like magic. You just poof, you're gone. And nobody, and it's the wanting to know that really gets people, because you don't know. You want to find out what could have happened to her, who did this, what did this. And I say what because of all the strange facts that come up with all these people that disappear or are found dead like weeks later in an area where they never should have been in the first place, especially if they were going here but they end up over here. So it's crazy. But anyway, Let's see now. Ferris made a call at 2:06 a.m. A text came from a text to the same number at 5:14 a.m. and her last Facebook activity came at 3 a.m. May 2nd. Then all communication stopped. Her phone was turned off. Now, right there's two scenarios that could have happened with her phone, because this happens a lot in a lot of these cases when it comes to missing 411. Either they were on the phone with somebody and right in the middle of that it gets cut off, or it just drops, the call drops, or you hear them saying something that lets you know that they're in distress, like, oh my gosh, where are you? Or is it, I can't breathe, and then it cuts off. And then there's the ones whose phones get broken, or they just disappear with the person, or their phone just dies. Now, they said her phone was turned off. It could be that, or it could have ran out of energy, and it just died on her, and because the same thing happened to the woman that I interviewed a few weeks ago, where her phone, like, she had like one video that she recorded on her phone, and it lasted about 12 seconds because she said her phone just kept dying, and she had all those external batteries with her, and she probably had a full battery on her phone at one point, but like I said, as she moved along, her phone was dying, so obviously something out there was zapping the energy out of her phone, so she couldn't use it. But like I said, as long as she had all those external batteries, she was able to record the stuff that she was able to record. And I thank her for sending me those videos. And like I said, anybody that wants to see them, go to the interview video and click on the information box below, or the description box below, and you'll see all the videos in a row, and you can look at those, and it's better quality. Like I said, when I first put the videos on there, I wasn't the one that recorded it, so it was kind of hard for me to actually download it onto my YouTube page. So with that being said, I had to copy and paste it from my the email that I got from her, and then put it on. So that's how I was able to get all the videos up there. But anyway, moving on to this story here. Now, when I last left off, they said her phone was turned off. So right there, that's kind of a big problem for me, because you really don't know what could have happened to her as far as the phone. The phone cuts off, and all of a sudden, you don't know what happens. So, but you try to figure out how did the phone get cut off, or who turned the phone off. So now 4 weeks she's been gone. It's like she dropped off the face of the earth, and that is what it sounds like, But now when she left, she only had on the clothes that she was wearing that day, her purse, and her phone. Now, Tam, her mother, is concerned that a group of her daughter's friends had that she had been fraternizing with, may be involved. Now, the investigators continue tracking down leads, according to Captain Andy Hedrick. And this guy is with the Liberty Police Department. Now, he says that there's something really wrong here. Her mother says that the family hired a private investigator that would, they conducted searches, and they distributed flyers, about her disappearance. So, they're doing their part in making sure everybody knows what's going on. Now, Tam herself said that no parent or person in general should ever have to go through something like this, and feel this kind of pain, which I totally understand. I would be totally devastated if my daughter was actually kidnapped, or if she just disappeared off the face of the earth. I would pretty much just search every edge of this planet looking for her, and so that's just what any parent would do, which is a very commendable thing for a person to do. But anyway, now the not knowing is the worst part. She can barely eat or sleep, and I understand that. And the same thing was said about the Kuntz, the Desirea Kuntz family. The mother, she said she barely slept. She's even heard her son cry out to her, and I guess at that point she probably thought she was losing her mind because she missed her son so much. But these things happen. It's part of the process of trying to deal with something like this. Even if you don't want to, you have to. So Now, Captain Hedrick said that leads have directed investigators to Kansas City. Now he also says that they need help from anybody who has information. Now, for anyone that don't know what she looks like or all the other basic information about her, she is 5 feet and 1 inch. She's 101 pounds with brown hair and brown eyes. She may be wearing a fuzzy pink jacket and a cream crop top. Now, she was last known to have a tan purse. Now, Detective Kevin Boehm, is Boehn. I'm trying to make sure I don't butcher that name or that last name, basically. Now, he coordinates the Greater Kansas City Crime Stoppers program. Let me see. I put him sit. Oh no, he said okay. Yeah, he also said that 8 tips have been received since Ferris' disappearance. The most recent coming on May 27th. Now, any piece of information certainly would be helpful at this point. Also, anyone with information is urged to contact Liberty Police at 816-439-4701 or the tips hotline to submit an anonymous tip. That would be the number of 816-474-8477. All right. Now, if you want to contact, I guess the guy that wrote the story up here. His name is Max Lomberg. Now, you could either contact him at on Twitter at Max Lomberg, or call, I guess, his number, which is 816-234-4378, just in case he may have even more leads that hasn't been put out yet. But yeah, that's a pretty crazy one because, you know, she hasn't been found. She's been missing for an entire month. Nobody has any leads to what happened to her. So they are really, really, really trying to get the word out there to find out if they can get any leads from her. Maybe somebody out there knows. But in cases like this, there's a lot of people out there that they have this thing called they don't want to dime nobody out. Or if they don't know the person, they don't want to get involved. But I think that's a very commendable thing for a person to do, is to get involved so that person can come home. You know, I mean, look at all these other young people that's disappeared, like D.O. Kuntz, Stacey Harris, who's never been found, Madison Scott from British Columbia, who hasn't been found in 8 years. I mean, no leads whatsoever. So it is very commendable if the person would just say something, you know, that may give them a lead to where this person may be. So I urge anyone out there within the sound of my voice, if you listen to this video, if you know anything about this young woman, and you know something, even if it's something real small, call those numbers that I mentioned earlier. And I will be posting the information at the end of this video and in my thumbnail, so that way you can get can just get a good idea of who to call, so if you have the information. As far as updates, I don't have any because there haven't been any new information. It's all been pretty much the same. So, you know, I'm trying to gather up as much information I can about all my past cases, or the past stories that I talked about, you know, on my channel. So, but yeah, and I've actually talked to someone who actually met Stanton Friedman. If anybody knows, he's a UFO researcher, very famous one. If you ever seen Incident in Lake County, which turns out to be a dramatization of what they claim really happened. Not saying that I believe it did or don't believe it did, you know, because that wasn't the original video that I saw years ago. But he appeared on that show as a spokesperson for the topic of what they were talking about. Anyone that has never seen that, it was about a family who basically were all abducted by aliens. Now, they said there's the original footage out there of what happened, but the names, of course, were changed and everything. At first, when I really started getting into all this, I think I was living in Virginia at the time. This was like back in the early 90s. I was really just getting into the whole paranormal thing with UFOs and aliens and all that stuff. So when I saw it, I believed it at first, and then when I really started looking at it, they kept coming up with different versions of that video. So it's like they would show you a better and more enhanced version of the video, so everything would be clear and stuff like that. And they said they were finding extra footage. It's almost like they were just adding stuff to it. The more I watched it, the more I realized how fake it was, because when you watch a lot of CGI and you watched a lot of movies that have a lot of good special effects in it, you can gather an expertise in that area to know that when something is fake. So when I really started looking at it, I started noticing some extra scenes that wasn't in the first one. You know, the way they try to cover that up is say that they found some extra footage inside all the static. They somehow was able to clean it up, and you saw some extra videos in there. I'm not saying that it wasn't true, but I do know that version of the video was like a dramatization almost, and it was made for you to know exactly what happened to these people. Now the original video was completely different. Okay, it looked like it was set back in the early 80s, you know, or the mid 80s, judging on how the kind of clothes they had on. Maybe somewhere between the mid 80s and early 90s, you know, somewhere in that frame. I'm not sure, but you know, like I said, stuff like that. I tend to still I'm able to tell if it's fake or not just by the way it moves on the, you know, in the video, you know, the way it turns. It doesn't look like it would be in real time, you know, so it's kind of hard for people to say, okay, that's real or that's fake. But anyway, but other than that, that's pretty much it on this video. I don't have too much to say about it because there's not that much information. Like I said, it's a fresh case and they don't have any new leads as of now. I will keep you guys posted on that particular video as well. I still haven't seen any new information about the young couple that disappeared in you know, a Joshua Tree. There's pretty much been kind of quiet on their end, you know, as of right now, because, you know, it's like I said before, when it comes to park disappearances, they'll put a video bite of it on the news for about maybe a couple of days, maybe even a week if you're lucky, and then after that, nothing. Because I haven't seen any information about that here in Georgia where I live at. Didn't see it on the news or anything. I actually saw it on Facebook. So I think what the news here, they do international news and they do local news. So if there's something happening over there, you know, they're gonna talk about it here, you know. But I still didn't. I really rarely watch the news. I really don't, because you see the same stuff every day. Somebody done killed somebody, and it happens. Like, you see stuff that happened within an hour on the news. It's like back to back. You see, you know. I just like, man, come on now. When I went to Hawaii, the crime that I saw, I think I was there for 7 days. Yeah, I was there for 7 days on the Big Island, and only heard about one crime. That crime is so minute, you can count it on your finger. And literally, it's only one crime. I saw one crime, and it wasn't even a big one. It was some young guy trying to steal an old lady's purse. And this military man jumped in and tackled him to the ground and got the lady's purse back. So that was your news on the Big Island of Hawaii. You know, now, in Honolulu, when I went there in 2013, they had their very first murder trial in ages. Okay, now I'm pretty sure when the Polynesians was there like 300-400 years ago, they would probably boil your body and sort of skin will fall off and get your mana and use it against the people that they're battling or whatever. You know, who knows? I'm not sure. I know they do that though, did that. They did that back in the days when King Kamehameha was hot and in his prime. So, but yeah. Anyway, the whole point is that I will keep you guys posted on anything that I may have. So right now I don't have anything, you know, but I got this video right here. I wanted to get that up there to help these people out with this information, so it can spread abroad, and hopefully people who may know something about it may see it. So hope you guys do. But I gotta go. Really gotta go. You know, it's my last night of my day off, you know, so I want to try and get in as much, you know, chill time and fun as I can. Maybe drink a couple of brewskis. But anyway, you know how I do it, people, my YouTube family. How I do it at the end. Aloha, mahalo, and a hui ho. Peace out, guys. Shaka.